Essentially, innovation is about creating value by doing things differently. So what are those things? You know, we tend to think about sexy products or services, and they're important, but innovation really applies across the entire business spectrum. Companies make a lot of excuses for not innovating. You know, so they tend to say we don't have the resources. We'd love to innovate, but we don't have the resources of, say, Apple or Amazon.com or Google. And I like to remind those companies and also individuals that those huge firms started out in either a garage or on the kitchen table or in a university dorm room. You know, so they didn't have huge resources. What they had was a big idea. And that's the other excuse. Companies say, well, okay, we don't have a Steve Jobs, or we don't have a Larry Page, or a Elon Musk, or a Jeff Bezos. We don't have the people that come up with big ideas. And that, again, is false, because literally anyone, anywhere, can come up with a great idea. All it takes is for us to understand how you do that. You know, what are the thinking patterns? What are the perspectives that lead innovators to their great ideas? So those 4 thinking patterns or perspectives are as follows. Number 1, challenging orthodoxies. So this is about looking at your product or looking at your service or looking at your whole business model through this lens of, you know, being a contrarian. Is saying, you know, what's the conventional wisdom in our industry? You know, what are the assumptions, the dogma about how we're supposed to do things, and what if we challenge that? The second lens is called harnessing trends. So this is about getting a deep understanding of all of the changes that are taking place around us very rapidly. How do we harness the power of that change, bring it into the business model to create new value for our customers? The third lens of innovation is called leveraging resources in new ways. So this is about looking at your company or even yourself as an individual and saying, where are the core competencies? Where are the strategic assets? And how could we repurpose, recombine, or redeploy those resources in order to stretch into new growth opportunities? And the fourth lens of innovation is called understanding needs. Getting into the customer's shoes and looking back at your product or your service or your business model from the customer's perspective. It's about figuring out where are the pain points, where are the frustrations, where are the emerging needs, and how do we design solutions from the customer backward. So start with the need and figure out how we can address it. Those are the 4 lenses of innovation. And by using those lenses, literally anyone can learn to be a great innovator. You know, the Greeks and the Romans used to believe that it was something extrinsic to human beings. We weren't creative. God was creative, or the gods were creative. But humans had to rely on guardian angels to give them creativity. In fact, the Romans actually called that guardian angel a genius. So over many hundreds of thousands of years, we've come to understand that the genius is inside us. You know, that creativity is intrinsic to human beings. It's innate to all of us. And the real challenge is, how do we bring out that creativity that's inside everyone? My mission with innovation is to sort of conquer some of those pervasive myths, you know, to take out the mystery and the magic in innovation and help us understand that it really comes down to some very simple ways of thinking. So the great excitement, the great promise is that we can use these very simple thinking patterns, these lenses, to unlock the brain power that's out there already across an organization, even out there in the world, in order to generate bigger, better ideas and bring new innovations to the world.